Oh my god. We finally fucking did it. Finally. Hammer shot. I'm sounding like I'm excited because it's like the best mod ever. No, this thing is fucking niche. It's not all that. But it's worth a bajillion million platinum though. I don't get it. I don't get it. 1% drop chance, by the way. And context. Nightmare missions. The rotation A rewards for nightmare missions are really just oddly fucking divided. We're gonna take a look at how many nightmare missions I had to run in order to get the singular copy of this stupid mod in just a second. All right, we are in our mods screen because I was just doing some quick math. This is how many mods I got in total for the rotation A. This is everything available that we could get. As you can see, we got 40 chilling reloads, 31 accelerated blasts, 30 ice storms, 33 stunning speeds, 34 wildfires, 5 blazes, which was in the same pool as hammer shot, by the way. And then we finally just got our first hammer shot. That brought us up to a total of 174 mods looted. Pretty bad. Now, realistically, because they're sitting at about a 1% drop chance, we should have gotten one hammer shot in 100 mods. So we're almost at twice the drop rate for this mod. But more specifically, if we wanted to see how long it actually would have taken if we were being most efficient, which I wasn't, I ain't gonna lie. Nightmare missions rotate every 8 hours, so the most you can do is 12 runs a day. I like to do it just once a day, but well, let's take a look at the statistics. If we were doing a solid 4 runs a day to get this done, it would take us 44 days at our drop rate that we got. So that's awesome. And if we really grinded it out, it would have taken about 15. Just some numbers I like to throw up just so I can exaggerate how fucking horrible this was. It wasn't actually really that bad. It was just like a daily thing to do. But we are done. We're never gonna do it again. And specifically, if you want to know how this correlates to the title of this video, because I know I'm calling it this mod took months to get. I already know. It's decided. You can't stop me. It's not even clickbait because it's true. I started this, let me see, I have the screenshot. Going off of episode 4, which is where we introduced nightmare missions to the Warframe Iron Man account. That was started March 11th. It is July 1st as of the time I'm recording this. Anyway, that is done. That is awesome. We have hammer shot. Oh, yeah, I do want to save that. We're gonna level it up just because it'll make me feel good. Hammer shot, yes. Wow. We'll get minimum use out of this for the entire duration of the account. And I just want to do this once because we can. You see these 4 blazes? I'm gonna select all 4. If you come across 4 blazes, please, for the love of Christ, sell them for platinum if you can get any. It's an actual usable mod. We're gonna. Oh! It's all done. It's all here. We got Koumei, the Higasa, the Aminata, the Tack and Lug, the Tonkat, and an Oricon Catalyst soon that we are gonna need. Let's get our drip on. It's like Koumei and the 5 Fates just released. Anyway, let's go over what Koumei does. The passive. Every 60 seconds, one of Koumei's weapons will inflict a random status effect for 60 seconds. And it's talking about either your primary, secondary, or melee weapon. Her 1, you do little threads. They go out in a little radius, and they inflict random statuses. Briefly, we're gonna unhover that ability. Just to explain something that's not listed in her passive, but it is her passive. Anytime you cast an ability of Koumei's, you roll 5 dice on the side of your screen, which will show off once we get in the game. The more 6s you get on the die, the stronger your abilities get. So when we come over here and you see its secondary effect, if you roll triple 6s, it creates threads that inflict one of every status effect. Yes, that means all, 13 statuses in the game. Bam! Her second ability, Omakuji. You use this, and you get a little challenge. Then, once you get that challenge and you complete it, which will be like, kill enemies while wall-latching, or from a certain distance, or, with your hands behind your back, no arms, no legs, can you beat Goku? Shit like that. You'll get a decree. Now, even though we've had access to it for a gajillion years, we haven't done the Deviri paradox, which is where it introduces decrees into the game. But what decrees are is their little bonuses that you get. It'll be like, with each decree, you get 5% damage reduction up to 75%, or you get more heat and status chance on your melees, or crits do double damage, stuff like that. Of note, this ability is on a cooldown once you get a challenge. She has an augment which reduces that cooldown, but it's in New Loco. We're not with them, so we don't have access to that. And then on this ability, if you roll triple 6s, you just get the decree for free. You don't have to do the challenge. Moving on to her helmet ability, Amamori, you get little tags that float around you, and each have a chance to eat an enemy attack and then heal you that damage. The number of charms you get is determined by the dice roll, and if you get triple 6s, you get invulnerability for the duration of your charms, which I think is just, the duration is just until they run out. And then her ult is Bunraku. Pretty much, it's line of sight like the one where you dangle them and they get statuses put on them. Your dice rolls determine how many status effects they suffer. If you get triple 6s, you'll do more statuses, and it'll hit enemies behind you. Pretty strong ability. Much stronger than the one. One's kind of dookie, if I recall correctly, which I don't. And we will go over the weapons, because the weapons are interesting as well. The Higasa has a unique trait. Aiming creates a shield that blocks weapon fire. Puts out a little shield in front of you. Kills and blocked shots charge a secondary fire. Oh, guys, do you see that D polarity? This is like the perfect time to slot on hammer shot. I don't think you should. I don't think this is optimal. I do not think this is optimal, but we're doing it because I earned this mod, damn it, and I'm gonna use it. Okay, I'm gonna start tweaking if I don't shut up. And you know what? We're putting a catalyst on this thing, baby. The reason for that, because there is a reason we're putting a catalyst on this, is we're going to be holding on to both Koumei and her weapons until we get to Steel Path. Because she is a starter frame, and eventually I would like to determine if a starter frame and her weapons are viable in Steel Path. Spoiler, everything's viable in Steel Path, you just have to make it work. But we're going to see how easy that'll be once we get there. This is our starter build. This thing is actually looking kind of nuts already, but we'll see. Moving on to the Aminata. Every 30 hits, we roll the die. We get a boon. Pretty sick. Let's put that on. Looking good. We'll put an Orkin reactor on Koumei. Looking good. Put Rage and Fury because it's all we have. And, again, I'll just skip until... Oh, I didn't mod the Aminata. I'm sorry. I'll be back. Alright, this is the build we're going to rock on Koumei for now. I don't have really all that much defensive utility other than rapid resilience on, so we'll see how this goes. Also have Steel Charge on for the extra slots it gives, extra capacity. Alright, and this is what I'm rocking on the Aminata for now, before we have any levels on anything. I have Volcanic Edge on here, just to give us another status effect. This thing is split on both crit chance and status, so pretty flexible. And now what's left is to level all of this. And I'll, of course, be back once we hit level 10 with Koumei, so we can show off all of her abilities. Alrighty, we are level 10, so we got the ability showcase now to do. First, we're gonna do the 2, actually. Bam! We gotta kill enemies while sliding. And that's the little challenge we have to do. We'll want to say, using the Higasa so far. This thing's kind of fucking buns. First ability puts down... We gotta use our 3 as well. So the 3 is gonna put these chimes around us, and eventually we're going to heal damage, as we actually got it there. The 1 puts down a string, do all these status effects. Trying to kill that guy. Xmas units are yummy, yummy, yummy. Ooh! There's our staff getting its passive. Bam. And the 4. Boom. Pretty cool character. Unfortunately, we can't make full use of her kit because we are not level 30. And that actually really does matter with Koumei because we don't have access to 2 of our dice. We need to roll triple 6s. Okay, we have everything leveled here. But we're actually going to swap off Koumei because we have something to discuss. I mentioned last episode that my plan going forward was to reach Mastery Rank 10. And just from that stuff I leveled, we're at 24,000. More like 25,000 Mastery Rank. That's actually pretty solid, all things considered. And we're on track. Maybe 2 more episodes. But before we hit the second dream and move on to a new age, there's 2 more farms that I gotta get out of the way. Oh, 2 more interesting ones. Number 1 is Dagath. Oh, this place is loud. Dagath's Hollow. Oh yeah. This is where we get all of her stuff, and if you remembered, all of this was researched off the rip. I went ahead and bought all of her Warframe components. I didn't bother getting the Doraclave stuff, just to save a bit of credits, but we're going to do that now. Alright, 75,000 credits down the drain. Sick. That was pretty easy. Unfortunately for us, though, Dagath has a resource that we don't have. That's, Vein Thorns. How do we get Vein Thorns? By doing Abyss missions, which are just exterminates, but you gotta carry around a lantern. To even do them, we have to go over to our faction, go to Red Veil. We have to buy these Abyssal Beacons. Now, I have 10, but if my math serves me correctly, we get about 6 is the lowest amount of Vein Thorns we get per run, which I'm accounting for that. We're going to get 6 every time. It would take us around 45 runs. So, well, we can't afford them all, but that's a good start. We'll just stockpile those over time. But that's not the farm I want to do in today's episode. I want to rip a band-aid off. I bitched about it when we did it. We're going to Mars. Yeah. Mirror defense. Yippee. Mirror defense is just annoying because it takes a bajillion years. And we're going to need a lot of crystals in order to build Citrine, which is my goal. I want to craft Citrine, and if we're going to attempt this, we're going to need to swap up the Volt build. Now, out of the Warframe selection we have, just imagine Volt's right here. Volt's going to be the best at doing mirror defense, simply for his shields. I could craft Vauban, and he would be a big help, but I'm recording this on Wednesday. He wouldn't be done until Monday morning, and well, by that point, I'm already wasting my recording time for the week. So we gotta work with what we got. I just looked at this like we need to do it. Oh, thank God. Let's come over here. We're gonna have to change up the build slightly. Go to our new build. We're gonna put all in on melee because the Zorus is simply just gonna have to carry us through this. There is no other way. And we're gonna want as much duration as we can get. Because what my plan is, and I don't necessarily know how good of a plan it's going to be, is to spam the ever-living shit out of shields and hope that's good enough. Alright, so this is the initial build we're gonna try out for this. Just to briefly go over some stuff, because there is a new mod in this that I haven't explained before, and it kind of just showed up in our inventory, and I haven't explained it, so I briefly will. We got our intensify continuity, like everything, and their equilibrium. Y'all already probably know that's like the core of every character that I've built so far. I'll move that over. We got our flow for more energy, augur message for extra duration so that we can get more value out of our shield time. I have on augur reach, let's see, 26 meters. What's the difference? 29. All right, so we're gonna do stretch over augur reach. I just put that in there because augur mod, you know how it is. But we don't even actually need augur mods, because if we come down here, capitans. I might have explained it, I might not have. I'll just go over it again. It just converts the damage we do on our overcharge or discharge into shields, and this can go up into overshields, so it'll be a hefty amount. And then this final mod over here is casting speed. Now, I've been waiting to discuss how I got the this natural talent until I completed all of the clips for it, but I've been trying to get abducted by the people that dropped this, and they won't attack me anymore. This is dropped by the Grustrag Three, and in order to get hunted by the Grustrag Three, you have to side with Corpus in invasion missions. Of note, what they drop is all of the components to the Brack sidearm, and then they have a 10% chance. I'll flash it on screen, but they have a chance to drop natural talent, and this is our only access to casting speed as of this moment that I'm yapping. Pretty good on Volt. It's also good on Necros. I'm gonna roll the set of clips that I have of each encounter we have with the Grustrag 3, just to show all of the stuff I got from them, because I've been holding on to them for quite a while, as you'll see. We'll be right back. Man, I sure do love doing my spy missions where nothing interesting happens. We are being hunted by the Grustrag. Oh shit! Oh, got my pesky scan. Wow. We did it. We killed them all. We got 2 Brack pieces. That's pretty good. We're back at it again. Yay! The Grustrag 3. I'm in a nightmare mission right now, so I have no energy, but with how hard we slapped them last time, I'm not too worried about it. Although I don't know how much damage they do. I'm running a shield recharge build right now, so as long as they don't hit me with like toxin, we should be fine. Ooh, that's bad. Where's the last guy? Alright, cool. That really fucking sucked, honestly. Still no natural talent. But we might have gotten the last piece to the Brack, so that's cool. We'll see after this. But I go on a little tangent. As you can see here, we got natural talent from the Grustrag 3. As you can also see, I've managed to acquire Blaze. They invaded me on a nightmare mission run, and I'm about to blow a gasket because I just want to show something. The reason I'm doing those still is because I need hammer shot. Awesome pickup. Let's level this up. Why don't we get some use out of it before it gets crept out? Let's just type in Blaze. By the way, 1% drop chance. So let's get that. Let's get that known, right? You can see how many accelerated blasts I have right there. Blaze. 4 blazes, and I have 1 leveled, so that's 5 in total. What the fuck do I need 5 blazes for? And remember, we can't trade. No, sir. So these are just sitting in the backlog doing nothing for us. 1% drop chance. Hitting a fucking coin flip, failing every time. Yay! Woo! I'm so excited. Okay, I'm leveled. I'm leveled. 36 shilling reloads, by the way. I gotta stop. Yeah, as you can see, we got the Brack. We got that in our second encounter with the Grustrag Three, but I'm waiting until now to record this bit. Now that we are done collecting things from them, there's only one thing we have to do left, and that's to get our ass beat. Okay, yeah, Grustrag 3. The only thing we're missing from them is getting abducted just to show that off, but I'll probably show that off at the same time I finish collecting all of the other invasion mission hunter from siding with the Grenier over the Corpus, the Zanuka hunter. Now, I've been yapping away because I don't want to do this, but let's get into the mirror defense. So, this Grenier section of the mirror defense is pretty chill. I mean, the thing's getting damaged because I'm having to go around collect these crystals. But all things considered, if we were to sit in the middle here, it's very easy to defend. This game mode sucks. Cock and balls, if I might say, once you get over to the Corpus section. Because what the Corpus have that the Grenier don't is nullifiers. Watch this casting speed, though. Wow, sick. Yeah, we have to collect these crystals so that we can get the stuff to make citrine, but it's so much to manage being a single father. I don't know where I was going with that. A single defender of the crystal. If I already didn't dislike this mode enough, we will have to do a lot of it, but that's not the big problem. What's the problem is that Citrine's parts drop from rotation B and rotation C, I believe. Could just be rotation C. I'll look after this this run. You'll see it on screen because I don't want to leave you in the dark. And I remember trying to do this. I was playing Rhino at the time. I didn't have all these gas upgrades that we've acquired since then. And Jesus Christ, it goes to the Corpus section, and that shit gets shoved into a locker and called all sorts of names. So we're gonna have to try our best here. If not, because I'm a stubborn little goose and don't want to hold off on this, I want to pull off the band-aid. Also because I got a lovely comment saying I should do this, and I have to. Gotta do it for the people. I'm getting this done now. If we have to do a rotation A every time, man, so be it. We're in the long haul now. Now, more ideally, we'd have a defensive Warframe like Frost, or I don't have enough energy, or Bobbin, like I said, or even like Gara, who I should craft at some point because Gara is fucking nuts these days. But the arsenal is lacking. More specifically, I have 3 spots of our 5 filled, so with Warframes that I intend on keeping. The one that's getting thrown away is definitely Rhino, but I need him for credits from the index, so he's sticking around. I don't know how much of this I'm going to include. Probably until I run out of things to say, and then we're going to hypercut till I'm done. Boy, oh boy, I love me some mirror defense. It's mainly these crystals that you have to collect for extra resource. It just feels bad. I know you get some at the oh, look at, dude, they're deleting the fuck out of this. Oh. Anyway, I know they I know we get some stuff at the end, yeah, but it's just not enough. Let's keep going. Now, you know, this probably isn't so bad if you're in a public squad and you have plenty of people. One to preferably run around and collect all these doinky doink crystals, but this is what we signed up for right here. The ultimate tedium and hard work and dedication that makes us a real man. Also, very similar to what I'm gonna say when we start doing the Dagath missions. Steel Path. If we had access to Steel Path, we would be getting a lot more crystal fragments. Although this one would probably be too tough. I mean, I say that like we're not gonna have more stuff by then. Dude, and then there's 2 Arctic Eximuses. Everything's just gonna go wrong, and I'm gonna apologize now. I'm gonna be so mopey and complainy, but that's my coping mechanism. I love bitching. It's like my favorite way to alleviate doing something repetitive like this. It makes me feel good. I love whining. I'm a whiner. It's so funny to say because it sounds like I'm a fucking butthurt crybaby, but it's like I love doing this. I love playing this game. This just means I get to play it more, and it's awesome to me. And then I'm gonna turn around and kick my feet out and cry tears, many tears. Mirror defense. We'll go check up on how many we have starting off after this. I didn't do the math like I did for Dagath. I kind of just jumped into this. I can tell you we're a decimal point into what we need. Oh, and another thing about this, which we're not too worried about because there are better ways than doing mirror defense to get these. But the arcanes from this are pretty baller. The 2 I know off the top of my head, so they're the ones I'm going to mention, are Steadfast, which allows us to periodically cast abilities back to back with no energy cost. It's like a rare chance to get the proc. And then I think this is where you get Encumber, which is a status effect fiend. Oh my god, dude, I was away for 5 seconds! It's so doomed. I could try power loading range and just using my discharge as a means of crowd control, but doesn't do us much good when the enemies are blocked by a nullifier bubble. And that's what I mean by this being just so ass, is nullifier bubbles. The harbingers of having no fun. You know, you'll say like damage and I never can pronounce the word. Attenuation. Am I even saying that right? Big word, make head hurt. But people will say like damage attenuation is such a killer. And like, I mean, yeah, when I'm doing like a fucking survival mission in the Sanctum Amatomica, and they roll up on me and they're like, yeah, we're gonna take 5% of the damage you're doing. I'm like, yeah, that's ass. But when I'm fighting a boss, I don't know, that ain't ass to me. Warframe's a game where I can will it into being, where I can flick my finger and the enemy in my face explodes into 6,000 pieces and is wiped from the annals of history. But did I say anal or annals? Fuck. And I think like on bosses, I don't mind it all that bad. Is that a controversial opinion? Let me know what y'all think. I did the tutorial on Captain Vor, and I've seen what you guys have been saying about that fight being ass because it has damage attenuation, and you know I kept my lips sealed. You know I think Captain Vor fight was honestly pretty easy, and I know before anybody that watched that comments and is gonna say, but you were Revenant with Torrid. Yeah. I brought the right tool to the job. What can I say? That's actually a false statement. The Torrid was terrible in that fight, and I'll tell you why. A, because I didn't have it modded corrosive, and I think Vor takes more corrosive damage. B, is because once you get to the second phase, I encountered an issue I never thought I'd see the day. My Torrid ran out of ammo, and I was flabbergasted. That is like such a first world problem. Have my Torrid run out of ammo? My god. But it happened. So yeah, that fight was actually really easy though otherwise. I do need to do the accolade fights. Maybe I'll change my tune. But from the seam of it, if I just like stick to the walls, I found it very easy to avoid his laser. And a thing you should note about Revenant in that fight is, it was all gas and awesome until he started disabling abilities. Because once Mesmer skin runs out, Revenant loses all fucking purpose in his life. I know somebody thinks that he's the Banish Reeve guy, but I don't know, man. I'm not playing him for Banish and Reeve. I'm playing him to be invincible. Anyway, I went on a tangent. I think that fight was pretty chill and pretty easy, but I think what I was getting at is that I'm not going to if I can get back on track, hopefully. I'm not gonna get the arcanes from here. I'm just gonna get the weapons and Citrine herself, and we'll call it good because my plan for those arcanes is to get encumber solely from Vosper, probably. I don't have any real plans for any encumber builds. And Steadfast is going to come from the goatiest goat of all time, Captain Vor in Steel Path, because he decided to be an actual useful boss to farm in Steel Path. Props to him, because he is one of the worst bosses to farm in normal path, because all he drops is 2 poo-poo weapons. Oh, I think I know what I was talking about. I was talking about how nullifiers are worse than damage attenuation. I stand by that. Now, I am not about to say that, I'm like I hate in my heart for nullifiers. I wish they were removed, because they understandably serve a gameplay purpose. Same with damage attenuation, which is this is Warframe. We murder shit at Mach 10 explosive diarrhea levels, and they can't handle it. And if we didn't have nullifier bubbles, we would have non-stop winning 24/7. I'll just have to suck it up and cry my tears and continue dealing with them. I should have been having the Atomos out because I was gonna use this for the bubbles. My thought process is that we use the Atomos while we throw our Zorus Destroyer of Worlds to just have this out so that if a nullifier bubble comes up, we can... Alright, that was a terrible idea. Maybe I just put maximum fire rate on this thing and then it'll be good at that, but that was pretty shameful. I'm kind of thinking that I'm gonna leave most of this yapping in. We'll put on some chill tunes and I'll just yap for a week, like I don't already do that. Get some fucking commentary of gameplay and not just showing off what I got. Experiment a little bit. We'll see how this goes. I'm doing mirror defenses. We are 17 minutes in, and this is the first of probably 600 runs I'm gonna have to do. So I'm real chatty now. It's gonna fall off real quick. But actually, it literally, as I said that, I stopped myself from saying words. I'm falling off, bro. That's a thing I gotta consider. Is if I would love to stream the Warframe Iron Man, but a big hurdle in terms of streaming is as much as I would like to, and I probably wouldn't be good at it just because I just fucking go silent after a while, and that sure would be entertaining to watch. I can't afford it. More specifically, what I mean by I can't afford it is that I have a download limit for my Wi-Fi per month, and because I don't pay for it, I ain't gonna complain. All right, you ain't gonna catch me complaining. I have a little more than a terabyte of download per month that I can use that's shared between my family. So I gotta be real conscious about it all the time. And if I were to start streaming, that shit would get gobbled up real quick. And I can't do that to my folks. But business is booming. I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the Warframe Iron Man and just watching whatever you see on my channel at all. It was very experimental in the days. Let me just say, without saying what's on there. I think in my off time, before we go into the new age of the second dream, and all right, real quick, one thing that I actually do want to talk about. It's very important in terms of what the grand plan is I've already mentioned that we want to get to mastery rank 10, and then that's gonna be like the second dream age, and I think that's very fitting of a title for it, because the second dream opens up a lot of stuff, and I think where the second dream saga era will end is going to be probably up to New War. Plenty of stuff to do in between second dream and the New War, so don't you worry your little heads, gamers. We got content for days. We're gonna be 20 episodes in before I get to fucking second dream, so yeah, don't you worry on that. What we need to do before we enter that second dream is I'd like to do everything. That's my main goal for this account. And the really two big grinds that we have left, we need to get, obviously, Citrine and Dagath are like the two separate game mode kind of things that we gotta get. And those are the real important ones. But we also need to get all of the Warframes from all the bosses, which is no challenge at all. That's like a day at most of just fighting the assassinate missions, which I'll probably just do off camera, and then we'll come back and we'll be like, yo, look at this, we did it. But then we'll be ready. We'll be ushered into a new age, and I have something very special planned for when we do the second dream quest that I've been working on in the background for this account. It'll be awesome. You'll have to take my word for it. I'm trying to hype it up, tease it as much as possible. It's important to this series, man, and that'll be super fun. Oh, hold on. I got that bug where like you're stuck running in place. It'll be super cool to finally be entering into a quote-unquote new saga of the account, new era, because Warframe early game, I'm gonna be real, if I wasn't so nostalgic to like farming void keys and not knowing what I was doing, early game Warframe is kind of I don't want to say lackluster, but it's not like different, like the most different it ever was the open worlds, and we kind of breezed through them, which also I know I didn't 100% finish those off, but like I can assure you that once we finish them off and get them all to 5, it ain't gonna be any different than it is right now. We have most of them at 3. I mean, it's not too crazy, but there's just a bunch of like learning the missions, like, oh, here's an exterminate and here's a survival disruption missions, Oh, that is huge. Oh, I'm gonna pop a big one, bro. That is big for multiple reasons, and the biggest reason is because that saves us so much money. We're out of here. That is all things considered, this is a crazy haul. Mastery rank 8? Oh, we can craft this thing? Yes, it sucks. I'm pretty sure. Is it that or the Alternox? I don't remember. Oh god, they're gonna get me. Let's go to Deimos, where we can see what we have. Otak, my man. Look at that, guys. We would have to save up 500 for the blueprint, of which we just saved. Oh, actually nuts. And we can probably see, I realize now that these weapon pieces are built. We don't have to build them, so we might just want to get all of the weapon pieces from drops, and then oh my god. Was I overreacting how bad this was? Maybe I was. Maybe this won't be too bad. We actually got to wave 4 like insanely easy. So I mean, if we keep getting drops, this shouldn't be too bad. But I will say that was a lucky run, and once it dries up, it's how can I see how long that took? Yeah, assassination. No, that took 25 minutes to get to rotation C. Oh man. This is gonna feel like an hour, like a gajillion million years, but probably ain't that bad.
3 days later.
All right, so I started. I thought I was recording, and I yapped a little bit, and of course I wasn't. We bought the Citrine helmet, but no, never mind. We're done with this grind. that last run, we finished up getting all of the stuff we'll need to buy the rest of it, which was the helmet, the systems, and then the Chlorophyll barrel. We were very fortunate to get the final Stephalos piece in our final run, which is nice. It saves us a little bit. So we have 100 red and 300 blue. We're gonna buy the Citrine Prex card. Why? Cause let's get to crafting these, shall we? Is what I would say, but I'm going to skip out the part where I have to go mine on Deimos. Okay, we're looking pretty good. We got the Brat crafting up, Citrine, and her weapons. It's a good day on the Warframe Iron Man account. Once we have all this crafted, we'll be able to rank up for sure, because we still have some stuff we gotta level. I haven't finished leveling the Hind, one away. We got the Sestra. I bought the Lex. Attack and Lug and the Tomcat. Yeah. While we're going for Dagath next time, we're gonna hit rank 10. And then it's second dream time, baby. Aw, yeah.